Jó. Jól van, gyerekek, el is indultunk, üdvözlök. Nagyon-nagyon sok szeretettel mindenkit. Elkezdjük ezt a mai live-ot. Ez lesz mamma. Szóval lehet izgulni vissza a jövőbe. Remélem jól vagytok, remélem minden rendben van. És akkor... Ha minden visszaáll, mert nagyon remélem. Azaz. Akkor kezdjünk is bele. Mielőtt belevágunk, szeretné értesíteni kapni, amikor Martin új célja van. Igen, mutassa a célokat, köszönöm, nem. Ezt is kérlek. Igen, mutassa. Mutassa a célokat. Mert mindig jól mutatja. Na, akkor húccanék ki. És az univerzum vissza a jövőbe. 5. epizódnál tartunk? Lehet, hogy rosszat indítottam el, gyerekek. Írta, tervezte. Sőt. Hogy tartanak az 5. epizódba? Azt nem mondta, hogy el kéne indítanom az első epizódot. Lehet, gyerekek, hogy rossz epizódot indítottam el.
Hello?
Marty, you're awake. Good.
Emmett, where are you?
I'm down at the exit.
Gyerekek, rossz epizódot indítottam el.
Avoid my pop.
Sorry.
He knew I was about to make a publicly scientific spectacle of myself. He'd hit the roof.
Várj. Kilépünk. Igen, ki szeretnénk lépni, és akkor elindítjuk az első epizódot. Fel is tudta, hogy nem az elsőt. Ahol gyerekek. Elindítjuk az első epizódot. Ti még nem látjátok, de mindjárt fogjátok látni. Megkapjátok a képet. Jó, hozd be a kocsit, hozd be a kocsit. Jó, mindjárt. Ó, de hangos, én már érzem. Testképernyő. Ez ki. Na jó, gyerekek. Annyi még, hogy lesz a hangerőt. Kb. Így. Hello, ma csak 19 óra után tudok menni teljesen. Jól van, jól van. Feliratok be, célok be. Azért így, mindig így volt. Aztán az hallatszódjon, ez egy klasszikus játék. Elsimítés szerintem nem kell nagyon. Na, akkor visszakapjátok a képet. Ezt menni képet. Játék. Ó, de fasza. Már láttok is. Na, akkor indítsuk. Igen, mutassa. Na, remélhetőleg most már el tudjuk kezdeni. Első epizód. Újra.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985.
András, hol van?
18 a.m. And
Pihen.
this is temporal experiment
Pihen
number
egy
one.
kicsit.
Come on, Heine. Hey, boy, get in there. That boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's
Bence is elvileg itt van valahol.
Whoa, okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in
Ah,
precise
gyerekek,
synchronization
csak fent
with my
pusztam.
control watch. Got it?
Right, check that.
Diszidát!
Good trip, Einstein. Watch
És
your
a András is ezek szerint.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car.
Oh yeah.
If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this. Watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Ow! Doc, what happened to the car?
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question
Eltűnt a
is...
felkocsit.
You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Wait a minute, Doc.
Egy pillanat. Doki azt akar mondani, hogy időgépet csinált a DeLoreanből?
Kind of a DeLorean?
The way I see it,
Miért
you're gonna build a time
találkozol
machine
egyszer
into a car,
időgépet
why not do it
értünk
with some
kocsival, miért
style?
ne, hogy...
Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Jól van, Kiki.
Doc?
Vigyázz magadra.
Oh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Na, Doki kellene egy jegyzete, amelybe kell.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel
Bent is
possible.
eltűnt.
In this notebook, I detail the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the fourth root of N. Carry the 9, then.
Hát, ez nem így történt.
Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional
Hát én erre
to the fourth root
tippelnék,
of
ez
N.
ismerős
Carry the 9, then.
hangzik.
Consequences could be catastrophic? Whoa. Deja vu. Doc?
Great Scott!
Tűnnek el a dolgok.
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc! Doc!
Marty, is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom. It was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap! I'm late.
Vissza a jövőbe. Első rész. Ha minden igaz. Vissza a jövőbe. Első epizód. Ideje volt. Hello! Üdv a live-ban! Vissza a jövőbe játékkal fogunk recsegni. Érezzétek nagyon jól magatokat. Hello Milk! Neked is üdv a live-ban, érezd jól magad! Visszajövővel játékkal fogunk játszani, 2 epizódot végigveszünk, utána a többit majd holnapra tartogatom. Most megállt a kép, ezt tudom. De azért, mert zsúrítni szeretnék. Szuper, ugye?
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc's stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. At least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty!
Hi, Biff.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Igen, csak a Steamre lehet letetni a TF2-t.
Remembering.
Válasz ki tárgyat. Van, hogy megtudod, aki nem hagyott itt valamit.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
András! Előbb még itt volt. Szóval valamilyen nyomot kellene keresni, ahol azt tudnánk meg, hogy hagyott-e itt.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Hogy hagyott-e itt.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it
That's
became
hard, Sonish.
apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future. What did you dream?
Oh, just weird stuff about Doc.
Well, that's understandable, don't you think?
I guess, but I feel like it was telling me something. I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad. Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
No, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
Hey, Biff.
Ha azt mondom neki, hogy értéktelen, akkor szerintem annál jobban kell neki.
I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Never mind.
Javaslat. Elég komoly erő kellene ahhoz, hogy kiüsse Biff kezéből a jegyzetfüzetet. Jól van. Ó, egy gitár! Apától el is kérem gitárt.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies. Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh. You're right, Mr. McFly. Here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks. Wow, that was sizzling hot. Like a melting ice cube.
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead.
Biff, I thought I told you not to take my son's guitar.
Oh, right. Sure thing, Mr. McFly. I was just warming them up for you, Marty. Let's see what you got.
Akkor még valamilyen cuccot ide kéne hozni, hogy nagyobb erő legyen.
Hey, Dad. I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not Trip. Sizable debts.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to
Nem
protect
tudom.
his legacy? You
Azt a jegyet
can't have it
fizetett,
both
vagy el
ways,
kellene
Marty.
venni
If
tőle.
Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
A gitár nem elég ez. Televízió.
Hey, Biff. Never mind.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Seems kinda empty without the courthouse.
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff-Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Now, Biff.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Marty.
Nem, hát az erősítőt kéne fölcsavarni. Az erősítőt csavarom fel mindjárt. Ez faszat erő.
Let's make some noise.
Na jó. Fölcsavarom én.
I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again.
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff-Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Now, Biff.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Marty. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again. Wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
Nem, javaslat. Elég komoly erő kellene az, hogy külsebb Biff kezéből egy böt. Fogadod, hogy
Now that is a dangerous amp.
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring
Ajaj.
fans.
Az erősítő fölcsavartam.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Marty. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Beszél, papa.
Hey, Dad. You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
About Biff, Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. But you know where to find me.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Talán így nem fog beleszólni.
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Haha! Csináld! Hasszoljon a rock and roll!
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
Woohoo!
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Na. Ez megvan. Október 25, 1985. Annyira visszajönne. Igen.
Doc?
Összejött a kocsi. Az a kérdés, hogy...
Einstein!
Einstein.
Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Mert a nézését meg a
Ó, itt a
járás.
Bence, hát live-ba jössz, hát nagyon jó vagy. Nézed már, közben a csetet már.
Abba szólsz, jaj. 1 órát játszottam most csak úgy, hogy a menübe voltam.
I can use those to
Valamit
enter data
tudok.
to the time circuits. Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a couple months, but I'm
Leroy
pretty sure this isn't an issue.
Jenkins. Mi a faszom ez te?
Marty? Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the
Ez mi a
DeLorean
faszom?
in allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these 4-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always the possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right, last time departed, Oh, jeez. Come on, come on. Come on. Crap! Oh,
Ne,
great.
attól hogy ütögetjük,
We're supposed to
attól
find him now.
annyira jól fog működni.
After all the trouble I went through getting this thing, there's no way I'm letting it out of my sight.
Nézzük a javaslat. Egy magas sarkú cipő, de örömén itt valami bűzlük. Talán Einstein kezdhet valamit ezzel a nyommal. És az is jó. Kocsit azt itt hagyjuk.
Akkor meg fogod majd venni?
What kind of
Persze.
trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Tudod, hogy mire gondolok?
Tudom. Cipő.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Miért látsz, az 5. epizódot indítottam el?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Step away from the door.
Ah!
Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Nem vagyok
I'm not a
huligán.
hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes. What's old man Strick? I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced from myself, slacker.
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
What is it? Let me see. A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Csak bejutunk az öregasszony házába.
Bocsánat.
Be akarok jutni az öregasszony házába. Ah! Menjen tovább! Semmi nincs itt! Ah, kinyitottad?
Leave that creature outside!
Az állatot hagyjam odakint.
Sorry, Einstein.
Bocs, Einstein. Vajon? Meg kéne tudni, hogy hová ment a doki.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny.
Keresni kéne nyomot, hogy hová ment a doki.
Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Javaslatot kérek. Szerintem tud valami, ami segített a keresésben.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes?
Mikor vesztette a cipőjét?
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
Réget az kocsma.
Speakeasy? In Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Riporter
Any
volt
idea
az
what
show.
date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Bence, itt vagy?
Nem.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground! Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Na most hogyan kéne elterelnem a figyelmét? Ajtó nyíló utca.
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
That tea's never gonna boil. That tea's never gonna boil. Oh, that candy looks older than I am. Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Úristen, az előbb bevette ezt. Akkor most meg kéne keresni, hogy...
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. Alright, Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year. Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Nézzük, mit mond.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly. The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly. Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Kocsmáról kéne megkérdeznem.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland? Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history? My Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats.
Szóval az kocsma ott van a videókölcsönző volt.
Following year, as I recall.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sight.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Következő évben.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Következő évben. De ez melyik év?
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Tudnom kéne szűrni, hát hogy szűrjem, bazd meg.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. When was that?
That's what you get with
Nem árulj el, bazd meg, hogy hol volt az a kurva év.
Itt nem árul el?
Mikor volt az az év, amikor leégett az újkocsma?
Miss Strickland? I guess somewhere in these
Öregánt meg kellett kérdezni, hogy az újságos segítség. Megkérdezted az újságokkal kapcsolatban?
I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
So the video store must
Arra nem gondoltál, hogyha megnyitod a gázt, ugye akkor az öregány elmegy?
Az igen, de utána azt mondja, hogy valami szűkítést kéne keresnem, Hogy mikor éget le az
Nem azt
kocsma.
mondom, az öreg lány elmegy ennyire, nézd meg, hogy a távcső vagy a polc, ami ott van, az egyáltalán tartalmaz-e valamit.
Ja.
Kocsmaz.
Nem, meg kerestem tudod az újságok között, hát ott van.
De most ott ül folyamatosan meg ugye, hogy mit néz abban a távcsőből, akkor ennyire meg lehet lesni, hogy mit néz, nem?
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
...1932.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
És most kell kizavarni. Még egyszer az öreg lányt.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Most meg kéne keresni azt az újságot, amiben ez volt.
Még jó, hogy mondtam, mi?
Ground broken on site of former speakeasy, singer vanishes, Hill Valley Expo delights crowd, soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my history out of order! Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Wow! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein? I've got to turn on the time circuits first. Time circuits on. Flux capacitor. Fluxy.
Yo.
Okay. If Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Éppen a pacemakered.
Visszautaztunk. Ó, jaj.
Igen.
Az meg ez lövöldöd ránk. Visszautaztunk. El kéne rejteni a kocsit.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Ó, jaj. Hát, nagyon visszatudtaztunk. Ó, bocs. Bocs. Ez nem az a nő, akivel én beszéltem.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
Ez az a nő, akivel beszéltem.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
Mit mondjak, ismerem a Dokit, vagy támogatom?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery.
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see. Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's... Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Mondom, ő az.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Ajá, közben nyomod. Jó végül.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that? I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Jól van. Addig nyugodtan nézed a live-ot. Élvezd.
Where is the jail in 1931 anyway? Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980.
Hello! Üdv a live-ban! Christopher! Mikor lesz TF2? Nem tudom. Szerintem holnap. Most a most a visszajövőben fogunk recsegni, ropogni, utána meg Hearthstone lesz. Jól van még.
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a puffy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed. Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me! 1931 me!
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely!
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Na, akkor meg kell találni a jövőbeli Dokit. A fiatalabbi Dokit. Utána visszajönni Dokiet és visszajönni az időbe. Ó, de jó lesz. Mi? Népkonyhát kéne megkeresni. Lesz MC Story Mode. Lehet. Mi volt ott? Népkonyha cég. Akkor ide kell volna. Ide kéne bemennem. Egy ember van itt.
McFly!
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think it's a picture anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river.
Én még nem próbáltam ki a story módját, egyből Bence próbálta ki a story módot.
Would you?
That's my Hearthstone.
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly?
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Uram, atyám.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Halt a telefon. Halt a telefonnak, nem a telefon kell.
Ja, hát te miért ugatsz? Mi?
Brown results?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse. There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
Akkor a bíróságra kell mennem. Ott a... ügyvédi iroda, bankajtó, zúgkocsma, menjünk az ügyvédi irodába.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Vagyok barátom. Igen, majd igen, Crazy Monkey, majd csinálok, hogy hívják ott. Eldöntöttem, meg fogom venni a Minecraftot.
Meg?
Mármint a story módot.
Ez milyen ajtó? Ez semmi ajtó? Akkor át kéne menni a másik oldalra. Ó, de zsír. Ezt a kurva, de szeretem.
Young Doc's in the courthouse. I hope I'll be able to recognize him.
Akkor itt át kell menni, és az a bíróság, gondolom. És hogy fordulok már? Ott van Einstein.
Touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Nekem ő kéne.
Naturally, h to the a multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less than expectation value of a, right? What am I missing here? Or do we take h to stand for primitive line operator? But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might well be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty. I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
No.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important
Meg
for
fogom
you
venni
to
a
do.
story módot, a Trónok harcát, a Walking Dead szezon 2-t, a Borderlands-ot és a Wolf Among Us.
Jó.
És akkor azokból majd tudok nyomni live-ot.
Az jó.
Természetesen nem Steamre veszem meg. Na, oda drága lenne.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right.
Kibe vagy terelmes? Vagy lehet, hogy inkább Steamre veszem. Hát tudja faszom, több játékom lesz Steamen.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty.
No.
That's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong. Gravitational value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for. In more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you.
Nem tudom, hogy kéne rávezetni ezt a parasztot, hogy mondja, hogy hol van az a kurva rakétafúró.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Now, if H stands for one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inversion of...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
Nem. Akkor vissza kéne mennem. Dokihoz.
Nah.
Ja, visszanék a Dokihoz. Hát ő tud nekem valamit mondani.
Doc!
Morty! Have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great!
And I gotta say, you're...
Na gyerekek, akkor hogy is van az, hogy én feliratkozok
You don't even talk to me.
Crazy Monkey-ra,
Tell me what happened.
meg Milkre.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless...
No.
Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public
Szóval
foray into the world of
Expót
science.
fedezett fel a fiatalabbik énje.
Including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
Tudom, látom, olvastam.
No, it was a
És nekem
miserable
filmet
failure,
fölpakolok.
but it was a spectacularly miserable
Szóval
failure.
majd jövök.
One which
Jó
led
van.
my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a
Addig is
professional
sziasztok!
seeker of truth.
User disconnected from your channel.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Jó, gyerekek, akkor is mi beszélünk a fiatalabbik énjével. Hát, te tud valamit. Az irányításról csak annyi, hogy néha elég fura.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Nem tudok beszélni vele.
Oh, let's start over.
I don't think that picture's gonna do anything but confuse people. Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna? We never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socio-economic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just somehow lost
Oh,
her
yeah.
mind.
That would explain a lot. I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure. Maybe if we solve that problem he's working on, he'll be more inclined to trust you.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget, we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Akkor meg kéne oldanom neki a rejtét, amint dünnyög.
Value, but only if the coefficient of friction...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Is that... See...
Emmett,
massive acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light. Oh, it brings back to H.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bomb.
Jó kidobtak.
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients. Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like, a hunting lodge?
I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy. Just think, in 55 years I'll be able to rent 5-year-old movies on this spot.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there. I'll never be able to remember what young Doc's mumbling about.
Amint dünnyög. Szállagra menni. Fel tudom venni szalagba?
Derivative of the speed relative to the speed. Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh. Speed of light. Oh, it comes back to H.
Talán, és meg lesz.
Doc! So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing
Hello,
more than a
Lord Shard.
holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it. Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words,
Nem
Marty.
tudom. Nem tudom. Lesz ma Pro Poker akkor. Live-ban. Tudom. Meg kéne várnom, amíg bemegy, utána megint kijön. Beszélj rá, fiatal, hogy jutson neked. No?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Oh, the...
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office! I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Na hát akkor nézzük, mikor kezdett tenni. Sosem tudhatod ki segít meg.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. My name isn't...
Harry Callahan!
Yeah. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Callahan. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned...
Yeah, I found...
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under Maxarin. Mine and looking all the time.
Oh.
I got a book.
Az meg.
Oh? Where?
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here! How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
Edna Strickland thinks your soup kitchen might not be on the up and up.
That dame gets on my nerves. Got a great pair of gams, though.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Well, where's the office?
I forget.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, break time's over. Back to work.
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I recently acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen.
Isn't a soup kitchen an odd line of business for a guy like you?
I like soup. Plus, I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Buff a little harder. I want to see myself in the toes.
About Arthur McFly.
Yeah?
So, one more thing about that hat.
You're testing my patience, boy.
Never mind. About Arthur McFly.
Yeah?
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the office?
I forget.
So, when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you missed a spot.
So, one more thing about that hat.
You're testing my patience, boy.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? I'm hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? I'm hanging on to my peanut bowl.
I sure could go for some peanuts.
Lucky for you, I'm in a giving mood.
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
What'd you do?
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emily! Emmett!
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen! Ow! Fix me up!
Where'd you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out! Hey, honey, come here for a sec, boy. Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out. Huh, déjà vu.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's McFly!
Shh, I know!
User joined your channel.
Hello.
Hello. Szia.
Arthur, can you come
Ja,
down
te
a
ki
minute?
vagy?
Do I know you?
Mert én magyar ki vagyok.
We've got something for you.
It's a
subscription to the
Oh.
Accountant Weekly. He won't come out if he knows why we're really here.
No, right.
I'm not interested. And besides, the boss won't let me leave the room. Sorry.
That's it, bitch.
Some other time.
Akkor újból csöngesünk be.
What now?
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
We've got some important information for you, but we can't yell it. It's private.
Then put it in a postcard and send it. I'm stuck up here till the boss tells me I can leave. Sorry. Some other time.
Need any help?
Never mind.
Nem.
What now?
it's me again. Please come down.
Why?
I'm your mother's great nephew.
You mean my second cousin?
Yeah.
Glad to know you, but I can't leave this building till the boss says so. He's given strict orders. Sorry. Some other time.
Majom néznem bele.
Nem akar kijönni.
Elég volt több a majom néz, vagy a musztár. A pont jó az íz.
Na, gyerekek, akkor ennyi lett volna, és már egy hosszú ez a videó. Majd még jelentkezünk, további kellemes napot mindenkinek.
Milyen napot? Ez ma éjszaka?
Akkor éjszakát. Na, sziasztok!
Sziasztok!